Music, applause, music, applause, music. Women's race where four girls from each country run 200 meters each final, the French team. Started with Zahai Raphaels, their athletic and parade first runner on the left. Here's a wave and a big. Bow for a big crowd from Japan. The home country in the final and Lene Yamada. Miyake Kadama and Iono, the German girls, went straight out, no stopping at the starting line there. Montag Van Junk and applause. Foreign, the Jamaican girls have put their best runners in the 4x2 race with Olympic winners Elaine Thompson and also Shillian Fraser. Price joining Stephanie Ann McPherson and Shurika Jackson. The United States, though, will have their eyes on this one as well. Kyra Jefferson Shania. Collins, Gabriel Thomas, and Jenna Prandini, applause, and the talented young runner, Angela Tenorio. Music Kenya did really well on the track just a little while ago, and now Kadogo and Doro carry their hopes in the 4x2 race in Papua. New Guinea on the inside in lane 1 with View, Akpak, and Managi, applause. You can just feel the excitement get bigger when the Japanese runners come out in any final here in the stadium tonight. Can't you? It's one of those things where I think we're getting a little taste of what's going to happen next year in Tokyo. They really love their home team. They're very excited about their Japanese runners, and they cheer really loud. They feel the same ups and downs as their runners do the feelings that they have felt through this weekend. There's been some happy times. There's been some sad times, and it feels like the crowd has felt every feeling with them. Yes, they've had great happy moments and sad moments over these 2 nights the United States have Shania Collins running their second part. Well, she actually has the fastest time ever recorded in college races in all weather, and there is one of the stars from the Rio Olympics, and Elaine Thompson. She's running the first part, and she passes the stick to some really good runners on her team, and Shelley and Fraser Price will be running the third part. So, the last 3 Olympic gold medals are with those runners for the 100-meter race. Music. Gabby Thomas from the United States, she won a big race in Lausanne last year. She used to play soccer when she was younger, and a mom who used to be a high jumper pushed her to try running good. Job Mom Thomas and the French team with Carol Zahi, who will start them off in the first part. One of the hard things is figuring out the speed in this race, isn't it? When you have runners spread so far apart across the track. Music. It is hard, and it's one of those races where Jamaica has such amazing runners. But you can't count out the United States. They have really good runners in their team of 4. Also, the wind is still blowing around and around the stadium. Here in Yokohama on a Sunday 9 o'clock in the evening, local time straight final in the race where 4 girls each run 200 meters for women. After Jamaican girls got a record they want to break, there was talk of them wanting to beat the championship record time of 129. 4, as we see the French girls with Zahi and the Japanese girls. With Yamada running the first part, look at the energy and the smile from her. Jennifer Montag of Germany running the first part in lane 7. China with Yang looking right at our camera. There for us, and here's Elaine Thompson, the 2016 Olympic winner. Great cheers for a great runner. Kyra Jefferson of the United States running their first part, heading to Shania Collins in 2018. Ecuador, Virginia, music, applause on the inside. Music. Before our next final, and for those having to wait nervously before they can get in their starting positions, Papua New Guinea 1, Kenya 2, Ecuador 3, USA 4, Jamaica 5, China 6, Germany 7, Japan 8, France 9, the women's race where 4 girls each run 200 meters relay final, and for the first time at these World Relay races, the starter asks them to come out of their starting blocks. Music. Well, it didn't look like there was a problem with any of the runners there getting shown a green card, so they're all okay. Just looked like the starting gun didn't work, right? Please, ladies, will you listen to the instructions when given? Do not go. I think what they're saying is that someone must not have gotten down intel That starting position, which makes sense when the runner in lane 9 is 100 meters over 100 meters away. Yes, about listening to the get ready call. Maybe it's amazing how so many people can get so quiet. I know I feel that nervousness. Music, a green card is shown, which means that nobody did anything wrong. Full list of runners. Once more, we'll get down into their starting blocks. So reminder of who we've got in this race. We're 4 girls each. Run 200 meters, relay final poppy. New Guinean 1, Kenyan 2, Ecuador 3, the USA and 4, Jamaica 5, China 6. Germany 7, Japan 8, and France 9. Total quiet in the big stadium as we wait for the starting gun. They start running this time. Kira Jefferson of the United States will go out hard and fast, but she be chasing Elaine Thompson in that battle in lane 4 and 5, right in the middle of the screen to look at Thompson now running really fast. Down the back part, we'll want to watch very, very closely as they get close to passing the stick for the first time now. And the Americans will pass the stick and, oh no, almost dropped it for the race. And that has messed this race up completely. They had such high hopes. They were talking about breaking records, but in that first stick pass with all the experience of Thompson to Stephanie McPherson with a chance to almost drop the stick out there. With the rest of the teams, the S is still out there and trying to complete their next stick pass. On the outside as well, pretty well, but the drama still needs to be figured out, really, as Shelley and Fraser Price tries to get something back well. They've had messy stick passes, but Shelley and Fraser has got them back into this race, and they still have a chance for that gold medal. The S have Gabrielle Thomas. They come to the final stick pass now. They need to be cleaner, but the Jamaican girls are all messed up again in the French. Girls look at them on the outside, also look at China. The United States coming around to the home part, but the French girls with Paris have got a big lead here, but the Chinese girls are trying to catch them. The US team are finishing strong, but France from lane 9 will win the race. We're 4 girls. Each run 200 meters. Relay final, and the US and China compete for second place, and it was a bunch of mistakes on a terrible relay final for such a talented Jamaican team, but it's France who are celebrating in Yokohama, and the Chinese girls are to another race with some unforgettable moments. France, though, won, and China held off the US for second place. The story may well be just what went wrong for Jamaica. While the Jamaican girls ran really nicely, it was just the problem of passing the stick so that they could run. They were some of the messiest stick passes I think I have ever seen, and that's the problem with races where 4 girls each run 200 meters. It's you want to do that quick stick pass like in the 100-meter race. But runners get really tired at the end of running 200 meters. They're running at top speed, and to try and pass the stick when you're really tired, it just gets a little bit messy, and it was messy from the start. Elaine Thompson looked great. She was running beautifully out there towards the end. We just had that problem. When she tried to pass the stick with Stephanie and McPherson here, it is, you see, she's coming in, she'll be getting a little bit tired. She puts the hand up, it's too high. Stephanie McPherson just got scared that Elaine was going to get to her. She just got scared, and then because she got scared, she just stopped completely, and we see here with Shelley and Fraser Price, the same sort of thing happened that was probably a little bit better than that first one that we saw, but Sharika Jackson had just too much work to do there in the final part, but all credit to France. And that's what happens when you have 4 runners that on paper aren't as fast. If you get those stick passes smooth, you can come away with that first place, and the Chinese girls holding on for second place. I haven't really focused too much on the American stick passes in that one as well, but the us didn't actually run as well. You know, the Jamaican girls were really good running parts. They all ran quite well, but the us just look like they're a little bit off their best. But it's early in the season, and I'm sure as the season goes on, all those ladies will get better. Well, those 4 ladies go into a little bit of French sports history. Zahi Raphael and Para from lane 9 won in a race. Just so full of crazy things, incredible, and people are still trying to figure out what happened for the Jamaican girls. Trackside, some of the most messed up stick passes, unfortunately, you're going to see in a relay. Yeah, and they're actually part of the same training group, so you would think that as a team, they'd probably be the ones that would get closer to doing it. Right, confirmation of the result, the women's race, where four girls each run 200 meters relay, and it was dramatic, the French team winning ahead of China, the U. Pushed back to third place. Jamaica, for all the problems, came through and actually got fourth place ahead of the home country, Japan, Germany, Ecuador, and Papua New Guinea complete. The list, Kenya didn't finish.